he brings them across, and there's damage on number 21.
And around goes a couple guards. Priest upside down. He's barrel rolled.
In the high-speed world of NASCAR, one name stands out among the legends: Dale Earnhardt Senior. Known as the Intimidator, Earnhardt's racing prowess was unmatched, but the final moments of his career would be etched in history for a different reason. A reason that sends shivers down the spine of racing enthusiasts. As the checkered flag waved on that fateful day, the atmosphere in the Daytona International Speedway turned from cheers to shock. The horrifying last minutes of Dale Earnhardt Senior continue to haunt the world of motorsports, raising questions about the dangers that lurk on the racetrack and the price some pay for the pursuit of victory. Join us as we delve into the horrifying last minutes of NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Sr., Ralph and Dale Earnhardt's racing through generations. Ralph Earnhardt is a remarkable figure whose determination and love for racing have left an enduring impact on history. Born in North Carolina in 1928, Ralph's early years unfolded in modest circumstances. As the son of a hard-working individual, he immersed himself in the daily grind of a cotton mill, tirelessly using his hands to provide for his family. Despite facing economic challenges, Ralph's passion for racing proved irresistible. To break free from poverty, he diligently saved every penny to acquire his first racing car. Undeterred by limited resources, Ralph ventured into the world of racing, navigating the dusty, lesser-known dirt tracks scattered across the landscape. Noteworthy for his commitment, he maintained his racing machine with exceptional care, a stark contrast to the dirt and disorder prevalent on the tracks he mastered. Ralph Earnhardt distinguished himself through his unwavering dedication to the sport and the meticulous upkeep of his racing equipment. Within a short span, Ralph's triumphs on the racetrack allowed him to pursue racing as a full-time career. As he navigated the challenges of bills and expenses, his shelves filled with a dazzling array of trophies, tangible evidence of an archetypal American success story. His journey was a blend of creativity, hard work, and a touch of good fortune, portraying Ralph as a trailblazer who overcame adversity to build a prosperous life for himself and his family. Dale, the captivating descendant of the Earnhardt legacy, entered a world resonating with the echoes of roaring engines and tracks scorching with tire marks. From a young age, Dale displayed an exceptional fondness for cars and racing, echoing the very core of his father's fervor. The saying, "like father, like son," took on new significance as, at only 12 years old, Dale clandestinely slipped behind the wheel during races, nearly seizing victory in place of his father. Amidst the thrilling moments, Ralph experienced both joy in his son's racing talent and a pragmatic concern as a father. While they both shared a profound love for racing, Ralph, an experienced driver, wished for Dale to finish his education and secure a stable future. Aware of the uncertainties and dangers of a racer's life, Ralph understood the challenges all too well. However, the allure of the racetrack captivated the spirited Dale, an unstoppable force of nature. Despite his father's wise counsel, Dale remained steadfast in his pursuit of racing dreams. The thunderous engines, the excitement of the race, and the quest for victory became Dale's undeniable calling, a passion that no cautionary advice could deter. The Earnhardt family's narrative in racing history unfolds as a tale of determination, fervor, and an unwavering pursuit of speed and triumph. Starting from Ralph's modest beginnings in a cotton mill to Dale's bold entry into the racing world, theirs is a story that transcends generations, leaving behind an enduring legacy marked on the tracks of time, stained with the imprints of rubber. The fast lane of reconciliation. When Dale Earnhardt made the bold decision to leave school and dive headfirst into race car driving during his 9th grade year, it caused a rift within his family, particularly stirring deep anger in his father, Ralph. Despite the intense disapproval, Dale, fueled by a determination as strong as his speed on the track, pushed forward. By the age of 17, he not only entered into marriage, but also held a clear, unwavering vision for his future. Ralph, a hardworking man who had dedicated himself to securing a better life for his son, couldn't comprehend why Dale opted for the uncertain path of racing. As time passed, both Earnhardts pursued their racing destinies. Dale soared to new heights in his racing career, while Ralph gradually transitioned into a more contemplative phase, finding solace amidst the rhythmic hum of the garage. Amidst the noise of engines and the scent of burning rubber, a poignant moment of reconciliation unfolded in 1972 as father and son shared the excitement of a dirt track race. Yet this moment of reconciliation proved to be short-lived. The following year, tragedy struck the heart of the Earnhardt family. While immersed in the delicate choreography of a carburetor at home, Ralph Earnhardt succumbed to a fatal heart attack at the age of 45, leaving behind a racing legacy and a grieving 22-year-old son. In both life and death, Ralph imparted invaluable lessons to Dale, beyond the nuances of car mechanics or race-winning strategies. Their reunion on the racetrack became a poignant snapshot, a fleeting glimpse into what might have been. Ralph's sudden departure served as a stark reminder of life's brevity, prompting Dale to internalize the profound lesson that every moment holds significance. As Dale continued his journey, propelled by a passion inherited from his father, he embraced the inherent risks and challenges that defined his racing career. The echoes of Ralph's teachings reverberated in Dale's every move, driving him forward even when faced with perilous roads. In the intricate dance of life and death, the bond between father and son wove a narrative of passion, risk, and the enduring legacy of a man who dared to pursue his dreams. Winding roads to Winston. Earnhardt's journey unfolded along rough, winding back roads, each twist and turn shaping his skill behind the wheel. His inaugural race car, a 1956 Ford Victoria, wasn't a speedster, but it marked his entry into the world of asphalt adventures. It was a regular six-cylinder Ford that Earnhardt, dreaming big, envisioned painted in royal purple. Fate, with a touch of humor, turned the color more pink than bold, adding a charming quirk to his racing debut. Driven by a genuine do-it-yourself ethos, Earnhardt wasn't just a racer, he was a hands-on mechanic, constantly building and tweaking his cars. His passion for the track often pushed him to borrow money, fueled by the hope that a win would pave the way to financial stability. Amid personal milestones like the birth of his son Dale Jr. in 1974, Earnhardt navigated the shift from dusty dirt tracks to the polished allure of asphalt racing. As Earnhardt acquired a pre-owned race car and joined local competitions, his journey commenced in the sportsman division, a modest starting point that gradually advanced to the Busch circuit. From 1976 to 1979, he tested his skills in 8 Winston Cup races, attracting the attention of perceptive sponsors who recognized his exceptional talent beyond surface appearances. Earnhardt's racing story wasn't devoid of daring escapades. His bold approach sometimes teetered on recklessness, earning him a reputation for audacious feats and heart-stopping crashes. Yet his unyielding determination remained steadfast. In 1979, a pivotal year for Earnhardt, he seized his first full-time NASCAR opportunity, participating in 27 events. Winning the Rookie of the Year title wasn't just an honor, but a testament to his perseverance, evidenced by an impressive 17 top 10 finishes. The subsequent year, 1980, marked his triumph in securing his inaugural NASCAR championship, an accomplishment that laid the groundwork for his rapid ascension in the racing realm. Earnhardt's career took a pivotal turn in 1984 when he teamed up with Richard Childress Racing. This enduring partnership, lasting 18 years, unleashed an unstoppable force on the tracks, resulting in more than 60 NASCAR victories and 6 championships. The iconic No. 3 Chevrolet became inseparable from Earnhardt's name, cementing his legacy in racing history. Beyond his impressive statistics and wins, Earnhardt mastered the art of intimidation on the racetrack. Behind the wheel, he possessed a rare combination of skill and aggression, consistently pushing race cars to their absolute limits. Whether executing bold passes or assertively maneuvering past competitors, Earnhardt's forceful yet skilled approach earned him unforgettable nicknames like the Intimidator, the Man in Black, and Ironhead, titles that echoed his fearless spirit on the canvas of asphalt. The Earnhardt Miracle at 1997's brink. In 1997, a pivotal moment unfolded during a race that could have easily spelt the end of any racer's career. Earnhardt's car, like a metallic acrobat, flipped and somersaulted in a breathtaking display of chaos, eliciting a collective gasp from the crowd as fear hung palpably in the air. However, from the mangled wreckage emerged Earnhardt, unbowed and unbroken. The twisted metal and shattered glass bore witness to a harrowing experience, yet there he stood, miraculously unharmed. As he walked toward the awaiting ambulance, a realization struck him like a lightning bolt. Despite the flips and tumbles, his car had all four wheels and tires miraculously intact. It was a moment that surpassed the ordinary, a testament to the mysterious interplay of fate and luck, often intertwined with racing. True to his defining spirit, Earnhardt defied the odds. Before the tow truck crew could even react, he leapt back into the driver's seat. The crowd, still catching their breath, witnessed a man transformed by an unwavering determination to see things through. The crumpled metal ceased to represent defeat, but rather symbolized Earnhardt's refusal to yield to adversity. As the new millennium emerged, Earnhardt's racing prowess shone brightly in two unforgettable victories. In Atlanta, time seemed to pause as he narrowly beat Bobby Leonti by just 1/100th of a second, a heartbeat determining the winner. At Talladega, another spectacle unfolded as Earnhardt, orchestrating his car like a maestro directing a symphony of horsepower, passed an incredible 17 cars in the final 4 laps to seize victory. It was a showcase of skill that left spectators awestruck and added yet another remarkable chapter to his illustrious career. However, the journey of this racing legend wasn't solely about wins and losses. It was a tale woven with familial bonds. In 1998, Dale Earnhardt rightfully secured his place among NASCAR's 50 greatest drivers, a fitting acknowledgement of his legacy in the sport. The following year saw Dale Earnhardt Jr. stepping into the Cup Series circuit, taking over the racing mantle from his father. Speculation about Earnhardt Senior's retirement circulated, but the man himself had no plans to ease off. Embracing the titles Dale Earnhardt Senior and Dale Senior, he persisted in pursuing victories with the same fervor that had established him as a racing icon. Yet among his triumphs, one challenge remained, an elusive specter that haunted his illustrious career, the Daytona 500. Despite 20 previous attempts, victory at Daytona had evaded him until 1998, when he finally crossed the finish line, claiming his 71st career win. The once elusive Daytona 500 transformed from a haunting specter into a conquered milestone, adding another layer to the legend of Dale Earnhardt. Amidst the swirling dust and thunderous echoes of racetracks, Earnhardt's story unfolded, a narrative woven with moments of danger, victories against the odds, and an unyielding passion that propelled him to not just be a racer, but a legendary figure in racing history. The untold story of Earnhardt's final Daytona. In a heartbreaking twist of fate, the renowned Daytona 500, previously graced by the legendary Amelia Earhart, later became the backdrop for tragedy, claiming her life merely 3 years after her participation. This iconic NASCAR event, celebrated as the Great American Race, unfolds annually at the Daytona International Speedway, nestled in the picturesque setting of Daytona Beach, Florida. It stands as a cornerstone in the NASCAR Cup Series, drawing fervent fans from across distances to witness the gripping spectacle of a 500-mile race, spanning 200 laps around the expansive 2.5-mile oval track. The Daytona 500 isn't merely a competition. It's a riveting showcase of speed and skill. It resembles a dramatic performance where drivers, akin to actors on a grand stage, fiercely vie for the elusive championship. Emerging victorious in this race signifies more than just a win. It's a pivotal moment that shapes a driver's career, leaving an indelible mark on NASCAR's history books. However, the storyline took an emotional turn on that significant day, February 18, 2021, when the morning sun cast its golden glow upon the track. Dale Earnhardt, the legendary 7-time NASCAR Cup champion known as the fearless Intimidator, exuded confidence and grace on the racetrack. He wasn't just a competitor. He set the pace, leading the pack for an impressive 17 laps. The intensity peaked on lap 173 as Earnhardt strategically held 7th place. Ahead were two significant figures: his close friend Michael Waltrip, driving the blue number 15 Chevrolet, and his son, the talented Dale Earnhardt Jr., commanding the red number 8 Chevrolet. It seemed poised for a family and team victory. However, fate had a different script. Lap 173 witnessed a spectacular collision involving 18 cars, a chaotic scene of twisted metal and thunderous engines. Miraculously, all drivers emerged unharmed, but the aftermath required a temporary pause in the race for cleanup. The anticipation hung heavy in the air as the engines fell silent. When the race resumed on lap 180, Michael Waltrip surged ahead, leading the pack with Earnhardt Jr. close behind. Meanwhile, Earnhardt Senior found himself in a thrilling battle for third place with Sterling Marlin, showcasing remarkable skill and strategy. As the final lap approached, the crowd held its breath. At turn 4, something unexpected unfolded. In the highly competitive world of NASCAR, where even the slightest contact can shift the entire course of events, Earnhardt Senior's car brushed against Marlin's, setting off a chain reaction that would profoundly change the story of the Daytona 500. This tragic moment, ingrained in the minds of all racing enthusiasts, added a poignant dimension to the already rich history of the Daytona 500, a race renowned for transcending the ordinary, marked by unforgettable stories and unexpected turns. Earnhardt's racing nightmare unfolds. Amid a heated race, an unforeseen event occurred as Earnhardt's car veered off the track, creating a heart-stopping moment for drivers and onlookers alike. Eager to regain his position, Earnhardt inadvertently collided with Ken Schur's car, resulting in a gripping crash that reverberated throughout the racing arena. The impact propelled Earnhardt's car up the track, slamming forcefully into the unyielding wall at a sharp angle, reaching speeds of 155 to 150 mph. The tremendous force of the collision violently shattered the right rear wheel assembly, revealing the extent of the crash's devastation. Initially, there was a fleeting hope that the crash might not be as serious as it appeared. Amidst the chaos, there was a temporary pause in the thunderous noise of the race as both drivers managed to bring their cars to a stop on the grassy area. Schur, displaying sportsmanship and concern, swiftly got out of his car to check on Earnhardt, who remained inside his Chevy. The tension hung thick in the air as everyone awaited Earnhardt's expected emergence from his car, a familiar sight in the world of NASCAR. However, as minutes passed without his appearance, it became increasingly evident that something was amiss. What was initially a moment of relief gradually morphed into worry, casting a pall over the once exciting race. Recognizing the seriousness of the situation, Ken Schur promptly signaled for the recently arrived paramedics. Amidst the noise of engines and the oblivious cheers of the crowd, Michael Waltrip clinched his first career victory, unaware that the anticipated celebratory moment with Earnhardt in victory lane would never happen. For Richard Childress, Earnhardt's car owner and longtime friend, the televised crash initially appeared like any other incident on the racetrack. However, upon closer examination, he grasped the severity of the impact from a particular angle, adding a layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. As Earnhardt's and Schur's cars spun down the track in tandem, the forceful wrenching of the right rear wheel from Earnhardt's vehicle served as tangible evidence of the immense impact during the collision. Remarkably, Schur emerged unharmed despite his car also hitting the wall, albeit at a less severe angle. Rapid medical response underscored the seriousness of the situation. Despite their concerted efforts, there was a pervasive feeling of helplessness as they transferred Earnhardt to the awaiting ambulance bound for the nearby Halifax Medical Center. The elation of victory and the adrenaline of the race now mingled with a sobering worry for Earnhardt's condition, leaving a profound mark on all who bore witness to that fateful day at the racetrack. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the horrifying last minutes of NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Senior, the air was charged with the electrifying buzz of speed and competition. The Daytona 500, the crown jewel of NASCAR racing, was in full swing. Among the roaring pack of cars, the iconic black number 3 Chevrolet thundered around the track, driven by none other than the legendary Dale Earnhardt Senior, known as the Intimidator. Dale had a reputation for fearless racing and a heart that beat to the rhythm of the track. As the laps dwindled, the tension in the air became palpable. Dale was in a fierce battle for the lead, surrounded by hungry competitors vying for the coveted victory. In the pits, his crew chief, Larry McReynolds, watched the race unfold with excitement and anxiety. The sun dipped low on the horizon, casting long shadows across the racetrack. The crowd, a sea of passionate fans, erupted into cheers and gasps as the final laps approached. Dale's son, Dale Earnhardt Jr., anxiously watched from the sidelines, torn between pride and concern for his father. The Earnhardt legacy was on the line, and the pressure was intense. As the white flag unfurled, signaling the last lap, Dale found himself in a precarious position. He was in second place, tailing the leader with determination etched across his weathered face. The roar of the engines and the thunderous applause of the crowd merged into a tune of speed. In a daring move, Dale made his move, diving low into the turn, attempting to slingshot past the leader. The crowd collectively held its breath as the cars hurtled toward the finish line. The tension reached its peak as the two cars raced side by side, mere inches separating them. And then, in an instant, the unthinkable happened. The cars tangled, trading paint and sparks, sending shockwaves through the racing world. The black number 3 car slammed into the wall with a deafening crash, a plume of smoke and debris engulfing the scene. Silence fell over the racetrack as reality sank in. The Intimidator, the fearless icon of NASCAR, had given his all in those last desperate moments. The victory slipped away, but his legacy was etched in the hearts of fans forever. In the aftermath, as the sun dipped below the horizon, the racing world mourned the loss of a legend. Dale Earnhardt's senior last minutes on the track were proof of his unyielding spirit and undying love for the sport. The checkered flag waved in a bittersweet tribute to the man who had defined NASCAR for a generation. What are your thoughts on Dale Earnhardt Senior's last minutes on the track? Let us have your opinion in the comments below. The tragic end. In a solemn turn of events, Dale Earnhardt was pronounced deceased upon arrival at precisely 16 minutes past 5 p.m., marking the conclusion of his journey at the age of 49. His untimely passing was officially attributed to severe head trauma, resulting from a basal skull fracture upon impact. Alarmingly, this chilling injury had claimed the lives of 3 other NASCAR drivers in the preceding 8 months, casting a dark shadow over the racing community. The circumstances surrounding Earnhardt's tragic end paint a vivid and haunting picture. His racing car collided with the unyielding wall at an astonishing speed, ranging between 155 and 160 mph, at an angle of 55 to 59 degrees. The impact unleashed a rapid change in velocity, an astonishing 42 to 44 mph within just 80 milliseconds. It was a whirlwind of forces that tragically sealed his fate, enveloped in the intensity of that moment. Further examinations probed into the formidable forces at play, revealing a range from -68 to -80 Gs. To provide perspective, envision the impact akin to a stationary car colliding head-on with another vehicle hurtling at speeds between 75 to 80 mph. What initially seemed like a routine encounter with a barrier unfolded into a far more intricate and devastating event, etching an indelible mark on the pages of NASCAR history. In the comprehensive NASCAR crash report of August 2021, a poignant revelation surfaced. Earnhardt's left side lap belt had severed upon impact, allowing his body to twist forward and to the right within the confines of the car. However, a subsequent medical investigation, while acknowledging this detail, concluded that there was no conclusive evidence indicating the failure of the belt as a contributing factor to his tragic demise. The pursuit of answers persisted, casting a poignant shadow over the legacy of a racing icon. The unseen forces behind Earnhardt's tragedy. The examination following Earnhardt's tragic collision uncovered intricate details of the impact. The autopsy vividly portrayed the force of the collision, revealing that his chin had struck the steering wheel with significant impact, leaving a distinct mark. As he recoiled from this initial hit, a subsequent collision occurred at the back of his head, intensifying the severity of the situation. A peculiar detail emerged as Hart's open-faced helmet, typically a symbol of protection, rotated forward upon impact, leaving the vulnerable back of his skull exposed to the relentless forces at play. What added a twist to this unfortunate turn of events was Hart's choice to forego head and neck safety restraints, unlike his more cautious peers. His public criticism of the Hans device, which could have potentially saved his life, stemmed from claims of limited freedom of movement and discomfort. Ironically, his dissenting stance significantly contributed to the severity of his injuries, adding a layer of tragic irony to the unfolding events. Beyond the autopsy details, New Hampshire Hart's surviving injuries paint a vivid picture of resilience and endurance. The list includes 8 broken ribs, evidence of the forceful impact, along with a broken left ankle and a fractured sternum. Each injury serves as a testament to the physical toll endured by a man accustomed to the fast-paced life of racing. As Hart Jr. entered his father's hospital room, the visible evidence of these injuries left a solemn realization in his mind, one that would persist long after the accident itself. Hart Jr.'s emotional journey post-accident unfolded as a roller coaster of feelings. Initially hesitant about returning to the racetrack, he grappled with the weight of his father's legacy. After about a week, he pondered, "What else am I going to do?" recognizing the unique opportunity his father had given him. The decision to continue, driven by a mix of duty and passion, added a poignant layer to the aftermath of the crash. In the aftermath of Dale Earnhardt's tragic passing, the NASCAR community was engulfed by media attention. Speculation and accusations arose, casting shadows on the circumstances surrounding the incident. Shockingly, some grieving fans directed their anger towards Sterling Marlin, unfairly blaming him for Earnhardt's untimely death. This led to Marlin receiving disturbing death threats, showcasing the emotional turmoil within the racing community. Amidst the sorrow and chaos, Dale Earnhardt's friend and the race winner, Waltrip, offered a perspective that transcended the tragedy. He reflected, "If you take what happened on that day and you look at it, it wasn't tragic." Despite the profound loss, Waltrip painted a poignant picture of Earnhardt in his element, racing with a purpose, to aid a friend and support his son. At that moment, Earnhardt was exactly where he wanted to be, leaving a legacy far beyond the finish line. Earnhardt's legacy and the evolution of safety. For what seemed like an extended period, a compelling question lingered in the minds of many, akin to a persistent melody refusing to fade away. The question centered on the haunting possibility: could Dale Earnhardt, fondly known as Nart, have avoided serious injury in the infamous 2021 Daytona 500 crash if he had been equipped with the state-of-the-art head restraint system? This safety innovation, adopted by 5 other drivers on that fateful Sunday afternoon, triggered a flurry of conjecture. Navigating the complex field of accident reconstruction, Jim Downing, one of the brilliant minds behind the head restraint device, carefully chose his words on August 2021. He pondered the potential impact with caution, envisioning a scenario where the device might have mitigated the contortions of the body and alleviated strain on the neck. It was a delicate exploration of what-ifs, a speculative ballet suspended in the realm of uncertainty. Even after Earnhardt's tragic accident, there was a noticeable reluctance among drivers to fully embrace the life-saving potential of the Hans device. However, fate intervened, making it a mandatory requirement 8 months after the racing legend's untimely passing. Fast forward 20 years, and Jim Downing now asserts confidently, almost with conviction. Despite wrecks, crashes, and perilous moments on the racetrack, the evidence speaks for itself. The Hans device has emerged as a powerful shield against the severe neck injuries that result in basal skull fractures. Downing boldly claims a 95% chance that Earnhardt would have survived, showcasing the evolution of safety measures in the high-speed world of NASCAR. Yet, amidst the technical advancements in safety, the symbolic weight of the number 3 remains a significant part of Dale Earnhardt's legacy. Post-2021, Richard Childress, the guardian of Earnhardt's racing legacy, held the number 3 in such reverence that it vanished from NASCAR Cup Series cars for over a decade. This absence persisted until 2014, when Childress, with a deep sense of respect, decided to bring back the iconic number. And who better to carry on the resurgence of the number 3 than Austin Dillon, Childress's grandson? It was a fitting tribute to a racing dynasty determined not to fade away. In the vibrant tapestry of racing history, the name Dale Earnhardt isn't merely a footnote, it's a stroke that vividly paints a picture. Known as the Intimidator, the Man in Black, Earnhardt wasn't just a racer, he became an icon whose impact transcends mere checkered flags and victory laps. He left an enduring imprint that continues to inspire, define, and ignite the passion within the heart and soul of NASCAR. His legacy extends far beyond racing. It's a legacy that electrifies the sport to this day. After Dale Earnhardt's tragic passing, the NASCAR community rallied to implement a new era of safety measures. One groundbreaking addition was the Hans device, a technological marvel crafted to shield drivers from the intense forces experienced in high-speed crashes. The impact of these safety innovations has been extraordinary, marked by the absence of fatal crashes since that pivotal day in 2021. This evolving emphasis on safety reflects a broader societal trend. While his loss was deeply felt, the unintended consequence of bolstering safety measures undeniably contributes to saving lives on the racetrack. Beyond racing, the Earnhardt story transforms into a narrative that embodies the spirit of America. It's a tale where tragedy prompts innovation, fostering a safer environment while honoring the memory of a racing legend whose legacy extends far beyond the sport itself. In Ralph Earnhardt's youth, the streets were filled with cars reminiscent of Cruella de Vil's iconic ride in 101 Dalmatians. Today, we're surrounded by a stunning variety of high-performance supercars capable of traveling across the country with unmatched speed and style. What ties together Ralph, Dale, and Dale Jr. is their unwavering determination to break through life's barriers and carve their paths to freedom. Ralph's journey from poverty through racing, Dale's rise to become an unmatched racing legend, and Dale Jr.'s quest to establish himself beyond his father's towering legacy, all reflect a pursuit of freedom. Beyond the racetrack, the Earnhardts embody American ideals, but their journey to such a life isn't straightforward. It's a complex path marked by challenges and uncertainties, yet it's precisely this complexity that adds depth and richness to the Earnhardt story, turning it into a captivating exploration of striving for freedom despite facing adversity. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.